Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the first ever episode of KB Talks, a place where we can come together and talk about the things we like, such as video games, movies, TV shows, anime, and manga. Now, before we get started, I need you guys to do me a favor and make sure you're following me on all my platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. There will be a link in the description of the video where you can follow me on everything. But if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment telling me what you thought of it, and subscribe. Now, the way this show goes is we start off talking about video game topics, then we move on to movies and TV, and then we finish with anime and manga. So I already have pre-selected topics for the show. So first thing first, we'll talk about the PlayStation Plus game of the month. So for the month of August, there are 3 games for PlayStation Plus. The first game is Yakuza Like a Dragon. I haven't tried this game out. I haven't played none of the Yakuza games. So let me know what you guys think about these games. I never tried it. Next up is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I played this game when I was younger. I remember unlocking Spider-Man. I don't know if they still have that option, but this was a fun game back in the day. So let me know if you guys tried it or not. And last but not least, Little Nightmares. I never played this game. I've heard of it, but I never gave it a try. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this game or not. But these are the 3 games of the month. And with that out the way, we can dive into the first video game related topic. So the next topic is Sony increasing the price of the PS5 outside of America. It says here they increased the recommended retail price of PlayStation 5 in select markets across Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, Latin America, as well as Canada. There will be no price increase in the United States. I don't know what the original prices were before, but I think it's crazy. It was already hard enough to get a PS5 as is. Now that they're raising the price, I wonder how everything's gonna pan out. Let me know if you guys have a PS5 or not. Is this gonna make it harder for you guys to grab one, or are you in America where there's no price increase? Now, let's talk about the next topic. Over the past few months, Sony and Xbox has been acquiring acquiring gaming studios. Microsoft just acquired Blizzard. I think Sony's last acquisition was I don't remember what they got after their Bungie acquisition, but they've been buying up a lot of the market. I haven't heard a bunch of people talk about this, but there's another group that's been buying up a bunch of gaming studios. Let me pull it up for you guys. Where is it? Alright. The Embracer Group makes more acquisitions, including The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings IP. In a series of press releases made this morning, the Swedish company announced that it had agreed to acquire a number of companies, including Middle-earth Enterprises. The deal will give Embracer Group a vast intellectual property catalog and worldwide rights to motion pictures, video games, board games, merchandise, theme parks, and stage productions relating to the iconic fantasy literary works, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. The company also announced plans to acquire a number of video games companies, including Limited Run, Singtrix, Tuxedo Lab, and Tripwire Interactive. It's also launching its 11th operating group, which will be named Embracer Free Mode, and will focus on the retro, classic, and heritage gaming catalog, as well as investing in iconic gaming and entertainment properties. Under the Free Mode name, the company has also acquired Tatsujin, Bitwave Games, and Geotech. The full list of acquisitions confirmed today are as followed. Middle-earth Enterprises. They owned the IP rights to the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. Limited Run Games, collector-focused physical video game publisher. Tuxedo Labs, Swedish studio specializing in tech-driven games. First title was Teardown. Tripwire Interactive, U.S. studio best known for Maneater, Killing Floor, and Rising Storm. I played Killing Floor 2. Is it 2? It's free on the PlayStation Plus store. I liked it. Singtrix create vocal processing effect technology for karaoke, gaming, and equipment. I hope they use this to bring back Guitar Hero and Rock Band, because those games was fire back in the day. I still play Rock Band 4 because they still support it, but Guitar Hero is literally dead right now. Tatsujin Embracer's first Japanese studio, founded by Shoot 'em Up Studio, Tao Plan's co-founder. Bitwave Games is a Swedish studio with a passion for retro games, and Geotech gaming accessory brand. And then another company within PC console gaming that, for commercial reasons, is not disclosed today. So they bought up a bunch of companies, and they're expanding their gaming catalogs. Now, one thing I hope they do, because they got a bunch of companies for retro and classic games. So what I hope they do is maybe some of the classic games from back in the day we could get a remake, remaster. One game they own that I hope we get a remake for is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. That was my game back in the day. I just hope somebody does something with it. Like, just don't leave it sitting there dying. and not too long ago in May, it acquired a large part of Square Enix Western development arm for 300 million. They they now own Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, and a catalog of IPs including Tomb Raider and Deus Ex, which is crazy because Tomb Raider games make money. See. They got Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, and Legacy of Kain. It also owns THQ Nordic. Jesus Christ, they own a lot of companies. They own Borderlands now, which is World War Z, and Witcher 3 port developers Saber. They buying up a bunch of different companies. But let me know what you guys think of Embracer Group buying up all these different companies. Maybe they have a IP that you guys would want to see remade today. But now we're on to the next topic. So last week there was an event for Fortnite. I haven't been playing Fortnite. I just came back to it last week. They have a no build mode. That's the only mode I play now. I don't play builds because I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I stopped playing a while ago. But let me bring it up for you guys. Bring up some gameplay. Being hard. They did a Dragon Ball Z collab. Dragon Ball Super. So you got characters like Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Bulma. And they added 2 new items. The Flying Nimbus and Kamehameha. You get both of these items from a capsule. Like they just... Once the circle forms... capsules fall out the sky, and you could you go grab them. Once you grab them, it pops out. It pops out Kamehameha and the Flying Nimbus. Now, the special thing about this is, let me see if I can find it. What the characters added, Goku and Vegeta can transform into different forms. Goku goes from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Blue to Ultra Instinct. I don't have Vegeta, but Vegeta goes from Super Saiyan Blue to Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. I believe that's what it's called. And then you got Beerus and Bulma. But this was a fun event. I think it's over in like a couple days. But this event brought me back to Fortnite. I can't even lie. It probably did the same for a lot of other people. So let me know if you guys are playing Fortnite. Did you guys come back for the event? Have you never played Fortnite? Did you leave and just never came back? I think I think if you left because of building, you should try the no build mode. It's a lot of fun. I prefer that mode. But yeah. But I enjoyed this update. Hopefully they bring more they already did a Naruto update, but I didn't come back for it. But I'm a Dragon Ball fan, so once they brought this, I had to run back. So with that out the way, we're done with all the video game related topics. Let's move on to movies and TV. First thing first, I don't know if you guys heard about what's happened over there at Warner Brothers. It's crazy right now. They've been bought out by Discovery, and then they merged into Warner Brothers Discovery. They've been axing a lot of movies and shows. They just canceled them. The largest one was Batgirl. They canceled Batgirl and said we're moving in a different direction, and Batgirl isn't the direction we're moving in. That's not their exact words, but that's pretty much what they were saying. They said Batgirl was greenlit under the previous regime, and we're not putting up with it. So there's been a bunch of talk about DC and what they plan to do with DC. So they've been talking about that they need a Kevin Feige figure for the DC, how MCU has. I just pulled up an article. They said this is who's in talk to be in control of the film and TV for DC. Let me pull it up for you guys. We got it from the Hollywood Reporter. Producer Dan Lynn in talks to take control of the film, TV for superhero division. The move, which will see DC Films president Walter Hamada exit, comes as new Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav seeks to reset the DC brand. I'm gonna just read this part right here, and then we'll get to talking about it. We'll read these three. Dan Lin, the executive turned producer who counts hits such as the live-action Aladdin, Lego Movie, the It horror movies among his credits, is in talks to take the role of DC chief, multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. The role would encompass overseeing not just the film but television as well, with Lynn reporting directly to Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, according to sources. The proposed structure would bypass three separate division heads. Warner Brothers Picture head Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi, HBO Max Chief Case Blois, and Warner Brothers Chair Channing Dungey, and put control of DC in the hands of one person. So basically, Dan Lin is in talks to be the guy for DC. He's in talk to be their Kevin Feige to control what movies get made and what movies doesn't. The only person he has to report to is the owner. So maybe this will mean we'll get good quality movies out of DC. I mean, the last bad movie from DC was Wonder Woman 1984. But they've been on a roll since then. I don't even think they have that many bad movies for real. But for some reason, people just don't like DC movies. They like all the movies outside of the cinematic universe they're trying to build. Maybe he'll be a good fit, maybe he won't, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, with that out the way, let's get to the next topic. So, over the weekend, I went to go see Dragon Ball Superhero. I'm not going to give a play-by-play of the movie. I'm going to just do a quick skim through, so there will be spoilers. This movie is basically about Piccolo forcing Gohan to take action because Gohan has been sitting back. There's even a scene in the movie where Piccolo goes, because Videl asks Piccolo to pick up Pan from school, and Piccolo like, why isn't Gohan doing it? She said Gohan is busy with work, so so can he pick up Pan? So he pops up over at Gohan's house. Yo, go pick up Pan. Gohan says, I'm busy doing this. We have you. Can you just go pick her up? And Piccolo was like, what if something happens? He was like, this scene, he says, we have my dad and Vegeta. And then right after that, Piccolo swings on him. Gohan blocks it and was like, oh, you thought I haven't been training? And then Piccolo catches him with another hit. But the whole point of this movie is Piccolo forcing Gohan to take action. Now, I'm gonna say this. Now, do I like this movie more than Broly? I got it right under, cause Broly was fired. This movie, when they first announced it was gonna be in 3D, I thought it might not look the greatest. But I went to the movies. I seen it in IMAX. The animation quality was amazing. So I was like, I don't even have no problem if they just keep it like this. But the only issue I had was the way Goku and Vegeta looked in the movie, and maybe Whis, but everybody else in the movie looked fine. But the action in this, there's one scene with Goku and Vegeta. They're training on Whis Barris planet. They were gonna have a 3-way battle, but Broly don't know how to control himself yet. So Whis was like, alright, just Goku and Vegeta. No Kai Blast, no transformations, just straight hand to hand. I was watching this scene and I was like, this is Dragon Ball needs more of this, like just straight hands. But then it switches back over to Piccolo and Gohan. They fight the Gammas. The Gammas learned they was fighting under false pretenses. They thought Capsule Corp was evil because they were aliens and they were trying to take over the world. But they learned they was fighting under false pretenses. Then they had to fight Cell Max. There was a sacrifice. I won't say who. You guys could find out when you watch the movie. What else? Goten and Trunks showed up as teenagers. Like last movie. Were they in the last one? Last time we seen them, they were little kids. Now they're like teenagers. How Gohan went from, well, maybe adults, because 17, 18. Because they look like Gohan at the beginning of the Buu saga. But we got 2 new transformations. One for Piccolo called Orange Piccolo. Another transformation for Gohan. I don't know what they call it yet. But he has white hair and red eyes with static all around him. The way the movie ends is with a special beam cannon from Gohan. I enjoyed the movie, but this was a cool movie. I'd recommend going to see it if you haven't seen it yet. And that's it on my Dragon Ball superhero review. Now let's move on to, I have one more topic left and then a manga recommendation for you guys. Let me know if you guys seen Dragon Ball Superhero. Did you enjoy it? What's next? The last topic on here is Bleach. Bleach is coming back in October. It's coming back for the 1,000-year Blood War with which is the last arc in the manga. So after years and years and years and years and years and years of waiting, Bleach is finally coming back. But it's coming back on Disney Plus. Supposedly It's only a rumor for right now, but that's what that's where it seems to be heading. Because there was a bidding war between Crunchyroll and Disney Plus. And you know, Disney has as much money. There's nobody with Disney type of money. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. Yeah, there's nothing concrete yet, but it's a bunch of articles saying Disney Plus is trying to buy the rights to stream the up and coming Bleach arc. But I seen a lot of people not happy with this decision. They were saying Bleach doesn't belong on Disney Plus. It should go to Crunchyroll. Yeah, people were hoping Bleach would stream to Crunchyroll since Funimation is no longer. It has been rolled into Crunchyroll. I seen some concerns. They was like, hey, if Bleach goes to Disney Plus, it won't be simulcast. It'll be dropped in like batches of episodes. Japan will be farther ahead. Everywhere else will be behind by like weeks. There'll be spoilers. Cause I know the creator when he was doing the manga, he was like they rushed him for the ending of Bleach, and he was like the anime where we're gonna fully explore everything I wanted to that I didn't get to in the manga. But if it's on Disney Plus and it's not simulcasted, all of those surprises will be ruined because everything isn't coming out at the same time. Some places gonna get it first, and then it's gonna leak out everywhere. And then there's a bunch of other anime coming out at the same time. Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho 100. They're all releasing around the same time, and they're simulcasted. So Bleach might not get the respect it deserves because it depends how Disney Plus put it out, if the rumor is true. But that's all the topics I have for today. I'm gonna end this with manga recommendation. I'm trying to see something. I don't remember if this is a manga. Oh, it's a webtoon. So I'll show you guys my recommended webtoon for this episode. And boom. My recommended manga for this episode is The Beginning After the End. I'll read the description so you guys have a kind of idea what it is, and then I'll read the tags. King Gray has unrivaled strength, wealth, and prestige in a world governed by martial ability. However, solitude lingers closely behind those with great power. Beneath the glamorous exterior of a powerful king lurks the shell of a man devoid of purpose and will. Reincarnated into a new world filled with magic and monsters, the king has a second chance to relive his life, correct the mistakes of his past, will not be his only challenge. However, underneath the peace and prosperity of the new world is a undercurrent threatening to destroy everything he has worked for, questioning his role and reason for being born again. I highly recommend this to you guys. It I'll tell you, it has 157 chapters right now. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. I'll pull up the first chapter for you guys so you can see what it looks like. I put the first chapter so you guys can see what it looks like. It's fully in color, not black and white. This is so you guys. He's being reborn. Never showed what he looked like as the old man, but this is the main character right here, Arthur. But that's just a sample of the webtoon. It's fully in color. If you guys aren't cool with black and white. But that's my recommendations for this episode, the beginning after the end. And that's all for today. It's the first episode, so it's gonna be a little rough. We'll get better as we do more of these episodes. And I want to thank you guys for coming through. Make sure to leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. And once again, there's a link in the description so you could find all my socials. Thank you guys for coming through. Catch you guys in the next episode.